So, there might be the slight chance that you won't be able to enjoy this video because you actually want something from me. You want something from that video. When really what you really want is that ability to enjoy just simple things. You don't want to suffer anymore. But that wanting is the suffering. That activity, that mind activity of wanting is the thing that feels like me. I want enlightenment. I want non-duality. See, when you're listening to music and you are totally absorbed by this, your favorite song, you're completely lost. You're completely lost in the music, and there's no sense of self. There is just total acceptance of this moment because it feels good. So, the reason why you are looking for enlightenment or non-duality or whatever is because you know how it feels like. Humans cannot look for something they don't know. You're only here because you know there is something that I have experienced in the past and I want to have it again. But see, the want is standing in your way. When you're listening to your favorite music, there's no need, there is no want. You're not listening to get something from it. You're not listening so that you can experience the end of the music. It is just you are relaxed, you are content. So that is that is an enlightenment experience. So everyone that has experienced that thing when, listening to your favorite music or watching a TV show, when you have lost yourself completely, that was ego death. Ego can only let go, or seemingly, we'll get to that. Ego tries to let go, or ego is only willing to let go when it has the pleasure it wants. So ego tells you, I want to have that, and when I get that, I can feel peace for a certain amount of time, and then the want is back. But why is this want back? It's because it interprets the present moment as not enough. There might be a sensation that says, this is not good, this is not good enough, something's missing. And because there is no acceptance of that sensation, you cannot lose yourself. Now, one could say, how can I accept? Now you see, the how is the problem. When I tell you accept this moment and you ask me how, that means that you don't want to accept it. Because if you would simply accept the pain, the suffering of the now, you wouldn't ask how, you would just simply accept the pain. So you can meditate when you are in a seeming sense of suffering. But because you're not avoiding that anymore, the suffering has to subside. It has to vanish. If there's a want, if there's a demand that the suffering should go away, that means you are creating even more suffering. Acceptance is really easy as soon as you realized that this mind activity that feels like I am here, I exist, and I have free will, and I am in this world, when you realize that you have no evidence of it, that there is no evidence, you have absolutely no evidence that you exist. The only evidence there is experience itself, but the thing that is experienced, there is no evidence that this is real. Only because someone in school taught you that existence is real, that numbers are real, that language is real, doesn't mean that it's real. Because if you listen to my voice, obviously it's just sound, blah blah, and you're interpreting something into those sounds, and you think that there is actual meaning. It's meaningless. Everyone that talks is always just saying absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. This world you think you're living in is an interpretation, and it makes you feel as if there is something to attain, to get. There's enlightenment to attain. No, there is no enlightenment. There is no pleasure either, because there is also no unhappiness. It's all just an interpretation. They taught you how you should react and feel. When I how should I say that? When I tell you that you are an idiot on the street, I'm just randomly, popping in, I'm telling you you're an idiot. You're gonna be offended because you learned that that's the appropriate way to react. But if I'm gonna tell you that you're an idiot in Chinese, you don't even know what I said, so there's no reaction, no emotion. So emotions, thoughts are not really real. They are taught. There's no evidence that it exists. And also that this is so-called reality. Also that there's no evidence for it. Some people think that an enlightened person has to act in this certain way. See, that's also spiritual ego. There's nothing to attain. You are here, you are there, you have arrived, you are here. There's nothing to attain. See, the fact that you are watching a video to attain something tells me that you cannot accept this moment. You are still searching. But you are here. And this is home. And that's it. If you want, you can keep trying to attain something. You will be miserable. That thing, that thing in your mind that feels like I am here and I have free will. It is like a mechanical thing that is just doing what it is conditioned to do. But there is an unmanifest, unconditioned, we could even say non-existent consciousness that observes this thing. You cannot find it. And I would say, if there is something you cannot find, don't give it a name. But there is evidence for its existence, because without it, you wouldn't be here and see this video. And in fact, everything you see consists of it. But it's only here and now. The search, the seeking, is the I entity that makes you feel like you're this I entity and it has to accomplish something, to become something. But you only want to become something because you want to have that peace, and you are that peace. You want to become what you are. You see, when Adam and Eve, they were in the garden, and they were absolutely, utterly content because they knew they were one with God. They knew they had no goals because they knew goals were illusions. They were completely in their serenity, and there was no illusion. They knew that everything, the whole creation, was just perfectly perfect. But then there was the snake. The snake told them, you can become like God. You can become like what you are. Try harder. Now you see, people are trying and trying, meditating, trying harder, you know? That's the problem. Trying. You are here. You are it. You are complete. All right? You are complete. The one that's saying right now, I don't get it, or even the one that says, I get it, that's not you. You are able to witness that thought. That's you. You are the screen. You are that unmanifest thing. And even the things that appear to be manifest, there's no evidence. This is all unmanifested things. This is unmanifest dream. It never happened. All right. That's it for today. If you have a question, as always, leave a comment, like this video, subscribe, and have a great day.